Here we are, we made it. This is the old site of Camp Hedges from 1933 to 1942. This was a CCC site and the home of Company 743. They were quartered here with 170 enrollees and 10 overhead employees. Approximately 2,200 men served here during the program time. And so as we visit this park, you're going to see a lot of improvements that were made by the CCC. So all of the stone masonry and all of the walkways and things like that are all put here by a group of dedicated men who served during a very harsh time in our country. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the CCC, it was founded in order to provide jobs during the Great Depression. And a lot of people who served in the CCC actually served at camps like these, where they would come in and build infrastructure for states and then also for the federal government. Now, along the way, they would learn new skills, and many of those transitioned into service with the military during the war. And I think that it's a really interesting story because throughout the country, you'll find camps like this all around. But as you kind of venture into each and every one of them, you see a different side of the things that they would do. Now, some of the places still have foundations from where they used to have everything set up. Others were just here for infrastructure, and so it's pretty cool to see. Now, this one is pretty unique because they've actually turned it into a campground, and there's a really neat natural feature over here that we're going to go look at that is called the Gunner Pool. It is gorgeous here, and it's definitely a place that you might want to check into. This is located in the Ozark National Forest, and again, there's camping here, so we'll go check out to see how much camping is. Okay, it looks like $10 for each site for camping, $3 for day use, and there's a burn ban in effect. Everything else is on this, but you can see they have all the information kiosk right here, as well as a little fee booth right here. So the site is vast. There's camping in all directions. There's also a day use parking region, so we're gonna go in that direction. But look at this place, it's gorgeous. Lots of camping though, and if you go in this direction, there's actually a really cool feature which I'm gonna walk over to in just a moment to show you. So you can see what the campsites look like. This is just one of the many. Each one comes equipped with a fire ring, a picnic table, and a grill, as well as a lantern hook. There's plenty of space here to spread out. So each of these sites could be used for a tent or for a small RV. And then they do have some longer pull-through spots for larger ones. But as you can see, just absolutely beautiful. But I just wanted to show you what the camping sites look like. They also have vault toilets and trash collection. But there's something else I want to show you too while we're here, and we're gonna have to walk for that one. There's some people staying closer to the actual thing that I want to show you, so we're just gonna kind of walk around so we don't walk through their campsite. Check this out. We have a very small one-lane bridge here, and it leads us down to a gorgeous location. Here we go. You can see the mountains around, and then look at this beautiful view. This place is just absolutely breathtaking no matter what time of year you come and visit, but with views like this, oh, I think you can see why we had to come back. Just across, you can see even more of this gorgeous, amazing water flow area. And sometimes you'll see people fishing down here too. The water is crystal clear, so you can see everything. Oh, but wait, there's more. There's more. I just wanted to show you all this because if you keep going on this road, you can get to even more interesting things in this direction. We explored this, but it is pretty narrow past the bridge. So if you're coming out, be prepared. And I wouldn't try to take a big rig over this thing, that's for sure. But let's get to the action. There's so many pretty things. Now, this is not a easy path. This is a pretty, like, kind of all over the place, roots and rocks path. But if you wear some good shoes, this is a great one because down this path, we're going to get to something spectacular. It'll just take a minute, but literally that's it right there. Wow. Now, on a clear summer day, this is almost like a see-through aquamarine blue. But later in the year, as you can see, it starts to collect this moss from the lack of movement. And that also is quite beautiful. It's picturesque. It reflects back the trees above. And you can see how the cliffs jut out on the sides. Now, a lot of people enjoy this as a swimming hole during summer. The water is cool and crisp. And then during the rainy season, you can find water just flowing over this entire area in a very strong pattern. It's absolutely beautiful here. And if you're really brave, you can come right down here and check it out from a lower perspective and see where the water flows in this direction under some of those cliff sides. Now imagine this, long before the CCC was here, none of this infrastructure existed. Each and every one of these stones that makes up this dam was created by the CCC. And again, these were people who were skilled in many different things, that were taught and educated on how to create different kinds of things that would have value. A lot of stonemasonry came out of the CCC time, and you'll see that reflected in all of these sites. And so all of the retainer walls to the campsites, it came to be because men put in the time and backbreaking work to create these things. Now, at the time of the Great Depression, a lot of people were without jobs. They were very, very poor, and they didn't have very much. And so these CCC camps were created in order to teach dedicated skills like stonemasonry and other kinds of things. Through these jobs, they were able to make money for their families and send it back home so that they could pull their family out of that depression and out of that time where they just didn't have anything. During that time, we were at a financial crisis in our country, and a lot of people had nothing. The Dust Bowl wiped out their farms. They wiped out pretty much everything that they had. And people had to be really creative with their solutions just to survive. So places like this beautiful natural space, you might just come here and say, oh, it's gorgeous, it's in Arkansas, it's in the natural state. But the story behind it is much larger than just the beauty of the cliffs or the leaves or the water. It's the people who took the time to be located at this location and others across the country to make our lives today even a reflection of their hard work back then. With that said, now I have to be careful getting up out of here because it's a little bit wet. So you can see the elements that it takes to get in and out of here with the roots and the rocks and the path and the slant. But it's absolutely worth it. So for those of you who have not been here before, I definitely implore you to put this on your list. And here we get to learn a little bit more about the bluffs that are before us. This is the Everton Formation on the bottom section. And then as you kind of go up, you see the St. Peter's Sandstone. And these are estimated to have been from some of the ancient oceans over 400 million years ago. And so as we move forward, I think you can see that watercolor over there, but we're gonna get closer. Now this is single-handedly one of the best sections of water I have found that you can literally just get right next to. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can see it. And again, it's clear. We can see it from the bridge up top, looking kind of down, and we can see it from the pool flowing over. But this is the best view that you will find of this incredible waterway. And this is why I had to come back out. I had to see if it's always like this. It is. It is. Well, everybody, I think you can see why I brought you to Gunner Pool. Not only is it beautiful, it's also relaxing, and it offers us a good, inexpensive camping area. This is on my ongoing list of places that I just kind of keep in the front of my brain whenever I come through Arkansas, because no matter what season that you're here, it's beautiful. It's absolutely a wonderful resource to us all, and definitely something worth checking out for the history and the beauty. Remember, guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. I'll see you next time. Bye. This place was epic.